Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Babies. This is the second and third guitar solo. This is CVT Guitar Lesson for Liam. This is standard tuning. The first one comes in at 106, and it's that's the first subgroup, and then you'll have the bunch of those. So the way to do this is to it's an arpeggio, so you're going to go 10 10 10 DGB, but you want to avoid having it all be separate, like, or together. So kind of roll your finger as you go, so you still get the individuality of the notes. DGB, and then 11B twice, and bend it a whole step. Remember, a whole step is bending to fret 13. Okay, B flat to a C. And then instantly, there's two guitars jumping around back and forth, and in a few parts, you'll hear one ring as the other solo cuts in, and I'll bring that up when we get there. But this is just a standard scale here. So we're going to start on string 6, go 3 5, and then 2 3 5 on the A and D. So it's, and then open G, hammer onto the second fret. You're going to do that 16 times. 3 4 5 6 7 8. You know what I mean? So you're counting to 16 each time. This is 1. Like the 9th time that continues, but there's a harmony over it, so I just stuck to the true riff there. 121 is our next one, and there's nothing really like shred element. It's kind of moderate tempo solo. Oops. So we'll go 12 15 on the E and A. No need to alternate pick. And then 12 14 on the D and G. 13 15 on the B. And then 15 on the B, bend a whole step. So then go to fret 17, bend it a step or bend it a half step and release it. So you're emulating, you know, 1 fret higher is a half step. 15 D vibrato. Oops. I'm wanting to whole step it, but it's half. Vibrato, and I like to anchor the thumb, use the wrist for vibrato. 125 is our next time stamp. Or that is a 13. So it's ascending, descending. High E, 13, 15, 13, 12. You can adjust fingerings. I put what I'm using, but and then 15, 13, 12 B. You have a short rest there. And then 12, 13, 12. And then shift up to 12 G. Then the 15 B a whole step. Stop the note, then go 15 12 vibrato. 130 is our next time stamp, and that's 15 B. When we're doing these bends, especially whole steps, back it with some fingers. That'll help you stabilize and strengthen that bend. So you're going to bend it, whole step, and then 15 13 12. So 14 12 G. Now check this out. The 12 you can do twice in vibrato, but that's also where they punched in the second guitar solo. So you'll see in parentheses a 12 vibrato, but you may want to end up going and jump into the next riff here because they hit the same point. 132. It's a 7G whole step bend. Once again, I'm backing it. Got the knuckle, thumb up here. Go up to the note, vibrato around it. Don't let it drop. 5 on the E and B, and then 8 5 B. And then pinch harmonic 7G. Unless I skipped a line. No, I didn't. 7G pinch and bend. And then go 5 on the B and E. 8, 5 B and E. And then 8B bend vibrato. So from the pinch. So I may use my pinky here and third here. And he actually lets it ring and then bends it. So 135, we got 5, 7 on the E, and then 8 pull off to 7, 5. Or you can use these fingers. And then 7, 5, 7, 8. 7 on the high E, half step bend release. And then 8B, 5E. 8 pull off 5 on the B. And then pick 8, 5. 7G, slide to 5. And then jump back up here to 7G. And we're going to go. It's 2 pentatonic scales. He's just using certain notes out of it. So we're bending the 7G, going 5 on the B and E, 8B, slide to 10, up on 8E, down 10B, up 8E. So once you're up there, it's up, down, up. Cool little blues riff there. From there, we jump up to a new position. Go up to the 12th fret on the G. Middle finger, slide to 14. And then go 13B. 15, bend, release, pull off to 13. So it's... After that, you're going to bend the 15E twice. Vibrato the second one, release it. Pull off to 12. And then 15E twice bend. So we have that's it for page 1, and that's also it for the first solo. Second solo comes in at 250. There's a lot of clutter going on, not in a bad way, but there's a lot of stuff happening here to grab, and you may not be able to hear this. But at 250 you got, it's a A minor pentatonic scale. You would go 8, 5 EB, 7, 5 G, and then go 7, 5, 7, 5 DG, DG. So you have 7G, slide to 9, 8E, 10B vibrato. So it's cool run actually. And then 253, we're gonna do this. That's it. 13B, 15B, and then 3 more times bending it. Vibrato the last one. 255, we're gonna bend 15 on the B and release it. Pick the 13 and then do it again. So it's, and then 15, 13, 14G. Okay, that's part of the riff. 12G, 14D, slide to 12, use your third finger. Go 10, 12, 10. And then we have to jump third finger to 7G. It's the common spot he's using for the solo here. And what you'll do is this, kind of the old Chuck Berry thing. Do it again. So bend the 7G, it's got a rest, and then bar 5 BE, and then bend the 7G. I would back it with the middle finger, keep the bar on there, and strum it twice, E and B on the 5th fret, and do that 2 times. So, it's the old rock and roll riff. Then 7G, bend, rest, release, 5-7 GD, vibrato, 5-7 D, vibrato. So it's, and then the next riff is 5D, 7A, slide to 5, and then go, I lost my spot, 3-5-3 on the A, and an extra 3, so 5A, slide to 7, and then 5-7 open D, so it's, there's a lot going on there too, musically. 304 is our next one, and I want you to pick this a certain way. We're going to go 7 on the D and G, and then we're going to go 7-5 on the D and G, and what I want you to do is kind of use your 3rd finger as a shift, go down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. 7G, slide to 9, and you may want to use your middle finger, because we're going to go 8, B and E, down, up. So it's, then down, up, down, 10, 8 B, 8 E. So you have, and then 8 B, hammer 10. So 8 B, down, up. 307 is our next timestamp. We jump up to 15 B. Pick again, bend, release, pull off to 13. And then 14 G, vibrato. So that one is, slow down. When you pull off, snap. You want that volume. 13 B. And then check this out. We're going to go 15 B twice, bend, release, pull off to 13. And then 15, 13, 15, and then you'll see double dots. You repeat it. And then you share a note here. So the double dots the second time, when you'd be going, that last 15 is actually going to be your bend. And so you're going to bend it a whole step, keep it ringing, and then hit the 15E. You're going to use your pinky underneath. Do that 3 times. Right? And then we're still bending, right? Pick and drop it down. And that's it for page 2. 13B, 312 timestamp. So 15, high E, bend, again, with the vibrato. Now make sure, Lee, when you're doing that you don't go, don't release those, they're just bends. Stop it with the pick, bring it back down, do it again. 15, 12, 15, and then pre-bend release 15. So I'm bending it first, releasing it, pulling off to 12, picking 15, 12, right? And then 15 E, slide to 17. Short rest, 17 twice, slide to 19. Short rest, 19 twice, slide to 20. Pick, bend, 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 vibrato. 319 is our next timestamp. You're right where you need to be. 20 on the high E. Bend, release, pull off to 17. So let's stick these fingers down to help it. This has to be here anyways. Bend, release, pull off. And then 20, pull off to 17. So 20B, 17E, 20B, bend, rest, release, bend, 17E, 17B, 19G, bend, stop, 19, bend, release, 17G, 19D, 17G vibrato. So let's play the 319 timestamp. Okay. So a lot of pentatonic stuff in there. Subgroup all this stuff, man. Usually one way to look at it is from rest to rest is usually a good little subgroup, but you know, you could subgroup 2 notes really and build off of it and keep building it. You've had another CVT lesson from me, so you know kind of how that subgroup concept works. Very important. Utilize the timestamps that I gave you to match up to the actual song if you're having trouble hearing something, all right? And I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.